You got to change something, though, and if you don't, you're sending a bad message to the rest of your team. I mean, there are a lot of veterans on this team who've been here for a while who want to win, who want to get a chance to play in a playoff game. And by continually doing the same thing, if it continues against Cincinnati, again, against a team, they have a good defense, but it's a defense that's been shredded at times this year as well, and a quarterback who's never played in the NFL, so as a starter. So to me, this is another opportunity, and they have to do it knowing they have a couple of home games after this. But first off, they got to change their approach on offense. And I guess that's the crux of what we should be talking about. Why is it the same week in and week out? It's almost as if they're operating not to lose, being protective of the football at the expense of the development of the quarterback and offensive players altogether.
I think Tomlin's drilled into the quarterbacks' heads, don't turn the ball over, and that's what they're thinking about more than anything else. We saw it with Mitch when he was the starter, when he gave the job, when he relinquished it to Kenny. And we're seeing Kenny do the same things now. That's for whatever reason, and Tomlin's not always been this kind of coach, but he's fixated on that with these two quarterbacks. And I think it was detrimental for Trubisky when he got a shot last year. And I think we're saying the same thing with Kenny. These guys don't want to lose their job, and they think the only way for that to happen is by not turning the ball over. Now, we'll see if Tomlin's a man of his word on that, because like I said, if they don't do anything offensively in the Cincinnati game, I could see mid-game something being done about it. But I think that explains why Kenny has looked so gun-shy in these games. He's gone 6 games without turning the ball over, Bob. That's usually a good thing. But when you're so timid to deliver the ball and put it in spots where, yeah, maybe a defensive player can make a play, you're not really doing much. You know, they didn't need to draft a quarterback in the first round to have a quarterback play that style of ball.
Right. He's not a game manager. At least he shouldn't be a game manager. He should be someone who offenses. If you look at C.J. Stroud, he had a great quote after the game yesterday. He threw 3 interceptions, but he said, "Hey, Steph Curry doesn't stop shooting, man. We got to keep going. We're going to keep doing what we do." I think that's the right attitude. Offenses, to me, are judged by how many points they score, how many yards they gain, what they do to other teams' defenses. And yes, turnovers and lack of them, I mean, it's all important not to turn the ball over, but not at the expense of really capitalizing on playmakers you have on this offense. We're going to take a break here, Andrew. When we come back, we'll also talk about the running back situation. Should that change when it comes to division of labor? We'll get into that. Take your calls. Got a lot to get into. It's 412-575-2600. Give us a call. We are live on KDKA Plus. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.